Hi, welcome to your eye exam. Can you say hello to Gary? Perfect. Can you just follow Gary with your eyes? Okay, now look at my nose and ignore Gary. Perfect. And tell me when Gary is not in your field of vision anymore. Okay, and tell me when he's back in your field of vision. Okay, perfect. What color is Gary? What color are his eyes? Okay, and what color is this? Perfect, good job. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you look through this and tell me what colors you see. Okay, and what colors do you see now? And what about now? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna shine a light through them. Tell me when you see the light passing through. Okay, and tell me again. Okay, perfect. And can you look at my eyes? Just ignore this, just ignore this. I'm just gonna take a look at your eyes while you look at my eyes, but can you just ignore what I'm doing? Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you look through this. Look right through here, okay? And tell me when you see the blue light passing through. Okay, so just look through there. Tell me when you see the blue light passing through. Okay, and I'm gonna count to 10 and tell me how many times you see it pass through. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. And then we're gonna do this one more time. How many times do you see it pass through? Okay, very good. Okay, so we're gonna do a really quick lens exam, color exam. Can you tell me what color you see? Okay, very good. What color do you see now? Okay, and what about now? What color do you see now? Okay, and what about now? What color do you see now? Okay, and what about now? Okay, good, good, good. And what about now? Perfect. What about now? Okay, and what about now? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do a color vision test with markers. Okay, can you tell me what color this is? Okay, very good. What about this? Okay, very good. What about this? Okay, and what about this? Perfect. What about this? 2 more. This and this. What color is that? Okay, we're gonna continue with the color vision test. Okay, can you tell me what colors you see on here? What colors do you all see? Okay, what colors do you all see here? Okay, and what about here? Okay, what about here? Okay, what about here? Okay, and here? And what about here? Okay, I'm gonna put a lens over your eyes. Do I look far away from you now, or do I look further away from you now? Okay, am I closer to you right now, or am I further away from you here? Okay, perfect. We're gonna do a couple more quick tests here, okay? Do you see the blinking light? Okay, I want you to tell me if you see a blinking light coming into your vision or if you see a solid light coming into your vision, okay? So just close your eyes and tell me if you see a solid light coming into your vision or a blinking light. Okay, what about now? Okay, and what about now? Solid or blinking? Okay, you can open your eyes. We're gonna take the lens away, okay? Now I want you to close your eyes again. Tell me when you see the light coming into your vision. Tell me if it's solid or blinking. Solid or blinking. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in front of your eyes here, okay? Tell me which one's clearer, this or this? This or this, okay? And do you see the light? Okay, is the light going straight or is it going zigzag? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Or is it going straight, okay? Right now, how about now? What about now? Okay, what about now? And what about now? And what about now? And what about now? Okay, perfect. We're gonna continue this. I want you to tell me what color light do you see coming into your vision? Okay, so what color do you see? What color do you see? What color do you see? Good. What about now? What about now? What about now? What color do you see? What color do you see? Okay, perfect. And then what about now? What color do you see now? Okay, very good. All right, so we're gonna take that lens off and I'm gonna have you look at the green light and ignore the red. Okay, look at the green and ignore the red. Okay, look at the green, ignore the red. Perfect, now look at the green and ignore the red. Okay, look at the red, ignore the green. Perfect, okay. And continue following the green. Okay, now look at the red. Okay, very good. All right, so I am gonna have you tell me the furthest number that you see. Okay, and what about now? Okay, what about now? Right now, okay, and now? Okay, and what about now? What's the furthest number that you see? Okay, what about now? Okay, and how about now? Okay, what about now? And now? Okay, and what about now? Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cover one of your eyes, and I'm going to take a look at your pupil dilation. I'm just going to take a look at your pupil dilation. Look up, look down, look up, look down. Okay, we're going to try this here as well. Okay, just going to check your pupil dilation. Look up, look down, look up, look down, look to your right side, look to your left. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to have you take a look at this Snellen chart here. Do you see the Snellen chart? Okay, perfect. I'm going to have you take a look at the Snellen chart and tell me what letter I am pointing at. Okay, what's this letter here? Okay, and what about this? What about this? And what about this? Okay, what about this? And this right here. Okay, can you read this line here? Okay, and read this line here. Okay, and read this line here. Okay, and read this line here. Okay, and what color is this? Good, what color is this? Which circle? Point to the smallest circle. Okay, very good. I'm gonna have a look at your eyes with these lights. So just follow them with your eyes. Just follow them with your eyes. Oh, perfect. Follow them with your eyes. Okay, what letters am I writing on your face? Okay, so we're gonna start with the first letter. Okay, that was the first letter, and this is the second letter. This is the second letter. Okay, and then what about this? What letter is this? Okay, and what about this? Okay, perfect. I am spelling ASMR. ASMR. Okay, perfect. Can you follow this lightsaber? Okay, just ignore the one on the right hand. Follow this one here. Good, 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 good. Okay, and now follow this one here. Follow the right. Good, follow the right, follow the right. Okay, good. Look at my nose and ignore both of them. Just ignore them both. Just look at my eyes and ignore them both. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more color vision testings here. What color is this? What color is this? And what about this? What color is this? Okay, what color is this? And what color is this? Okay, very good. We're gonna do a couple more. Okay, what color is this? 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 Okay, and what color is that? Perfect. We're gonna do one more. Can you tell me what color this is? And does this match the color of my nails? Does this kind of match the color of my nails? Okay, and what color is this? What color is this? What about this? What color is this? Okay, and what color is that? Okay, so I'm gonna have you look at these two rose brushes. Do you see them? Do you see them? Okay, can you tell me which one you see? What color you see? Okay, and what about now? What color do you see? What color do you see? Okay, and what about now? Okay, can you just follow the purple one with your eyes and ignore the pink one? Okay, good. Follow the purple and ignore the pink. Perfect, just ignore the pink and follow the purple. Okay, which one's touching your face? What color is touching your face? Okay, what about now? What about now? What about now? And what about now? What color is touching your face? Absolutely both of them. Both of them. Okay, we're gonna do a sensation test on your eyes. Okay, we're gonna do a sensation test on your eyes. So just close close your eyes. What does that feel like? Okay, and what does this feel like? Okay, what about this? And this? Okay, perfect. Can you open your eyes? Perfect. What does that feel like? What does this feel like on your eyes? Yes, that would be water. Water. Okay, and tell me what this feels like on your eyes. Did that feel warm, hot, or cold? Okay, and what about this? Okay, now tell me, Gary is going to hit you in the eye. Tell me which one Gary hits. Okay, what about now? Okay, what about now? And what about now? Okay, what about now? And what about now? Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna write something on your face. Okay, what did I write? Exactly. Okay, perfection. Okay, so can you do me a favor? Can you read what this says? What does it say? What does this say? Can you read what that says? Okay, can you read what this says? What does this say? Okay, one more. What does this say? Okay, perfect. Okay. I have a couple of different colors here. Okay, tell me what color you see. Okay, so tell me what color do you see? Okay, that was green. What about this? Okay, that was red. What color is this? Perfect. That is blue. What about this? Okay, that was purple. What about this? Yellow. What about this? Purple. Okay. And what about this? Okay, blue. And this? Yellow. Perfect. And this? Green. Okay. And what about this? Pink. Okay. Can you see the green? Okay, and do you see the pink pen? Okay, can you follow the green? Just follow the green and ignore the pink. Okay, now look at the pink and ignore the green. Just ignore the green, look at the pink and ignore the green. And look at the green and ignore the pink. Just look at the green and ignore the pink. Okay, perfect. Which color do you prefer, green or pink? What color do you prefer, green or pink? Okay. So I'm also going to have you tell me what color this is right here. Okay. What color is this? Okay. What color is that? Okay, good. What color is this? And what color is this? Okay, and what about this? Okay, what about this? Okay, what about this? Perfect. We have one more. Okay. What color is this? Okay, good. What color is that? And what color is this right here? Okay. What about this? Okay, and this? Okay. Can you tell me which color you prefer? What color do you like the best? Okay, can you point at what color your eyes are? Okay, your eye color wasn't on there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have you look through this, okay? I want you to tell me what color you see, okay? So tell me, what color marker do you see? Very good. And what about now? Okay, and what about now? Okay, and what about now? All right, so we're just gonna take a look at your eyes. We're just gonna scan your eyes here. Just relax. Just relax. We're just gonna check. Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up? Okay. What about now? What about now? That was really fast, I know. What about now? Okay, and now. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna have you look through here, okay? I'm just gonna have you look through here. Tell me when you see the light coming into your vision. Okay, what about now? And what about now? Good. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you close your eyes and tell me, do you see the light? Do you see the light? Okay, tell me each time you see the light. Good. Good. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna see if we can just do that with this Snellen chart, okay? All right, do you see the light? What about now? Do you see it now? Do you see the light now? How about now? Do you see the light? Do you see any lights right now? No? Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this in front of your eyes, okay? Do you see the light? Do you see light coming through at all? Okay, what about now? Okay, is it going straight? Good. What about now? What's it doing now? Making like an oval shape. Okay, what's the shape now? Okay, what about now? What's the shape now? Okay, perfect. You did really, really good. Okay, can you tell me what color the fish is? What color is the fish? Okay, and then what color is the elephant? What color is the elephant? Elephant. Okay, and then what color is grapey? What color is grapey? The grape. Okay, very good. You're doing absolutely amazing. Can you tell me what color this is? Okay. Right, I'm gonna have you look through these scissors and tell me when the green light passes through both of these little holes. Okay, so tell me when the light passes through. Okay, and then I want you to tell me when the light color changes. So just tell me when the light color changes. Okay, we're not changing the light color yet. Okay, so the light color changing now. Okay, what color is the light? Okay, so now I'm going to have you tell me how many times the light goes through the scissor. We're going to count to 10, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was for both holes there. Okay, we're going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, how many times did you see them go through? Okay, now we're going to do the green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to do just a solid white light. Okay, just tell me how many times it passes through. Okay, and do it one more time. Tell me how many times it passes through. Okay, now we're going to do another little test here. We're going to grab this right here. Okay, tell me when the light passes through. Okay, just say now when the light passes through. Okay, and what about now? And what about now? What about now? Is the light passing through now? Is it passing through now? Okay, we're gonna try that with this side here. Is the light passing through? Okay, what about now? Okay, count how many times it passes through. Okay, and one more time. Okay, and one more time. Okay, let's see how many times the green passes through. Okay, and one more time. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it passing through? Is it passing through? Is it passing through? What about now? What about now? What about now? What about now? Is it passing through? What about now? What about now? Okay, very good. All right, so can you look at the bear? All right, look at the whale. Look at the whale. Look at the whale. Look at the whale. Okay, and just follow the one that's shaking. Follow the one that's shaking. Okay, now follow the other one, follow the other one, follow the other one. Okay, perfect. Can you tell me what colors you see? What colors you see? What colors do you see? Good. What colors do you see? What colors do you see? What colors do you see? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, can you tell me what color this is? And what color is this right here? All right, perfect. I am gonna put gloves on for this next section. Okay, so I'm just gonna have you tell me how many fingers am I holding up? Good. What about now? And what about now? Okay, what about now? What about now? Okay, perfect. So just ignore the light, okay? Just ignore the light. Just ignore the light. Okay, perfect. Just ignore the light. Just ignore the light. Just ignore the light. Okay, perfect. I was just checking your eyes there. All right, can you look at my nose and tell me when my fingers leave your vision? Okay, tell me when they come back. Okay, tell me when they leave. And tell me when they come back. Okay, tell me when they leave. And when they come back. And again. Okay, all right. Now, I'm gonna have you tell me how many fingers am I holding up? Okay, what about now? What about now? And what about now? What about now? Okay, so I'm gonna have you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. Good, now. Good, now. Okay, what about now? Okay, so now I'm gonna have you just follow my finger. Okay, I want you to continue following my finger and just ignore the light. Follow my finger and just ignore the light. Just ignore the light. Just ignore the light. Okay, just ignore the light. Okay, perfect. Can you see the light passing through Gary? Can you see the light passing through? Okay, perfect. All right. Now I'm gonna have you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up while you're looking through this. Okay, how many now? Okay, what about now? What about now? What about now? And what about now? What about now? Okay, how many fingers do you see me holding up? What about now? What about now? Okay, I am going to put a colored lens over your eyes, okay? We're gonna do this color here. How many fingers am I holding up? How about now? What about now? And what about now? Okay, we're gonna do a different color, okay? How many fingers am I holding up? What about now? Now, and now, okay. All right, we're gonna do this test where you have your eyes on my nose again. Tell me when my fingers coming into your vision. Good, when they're coming into your vision. Okay, when they're leaving your vision. Good, and again. All right, perfect, okay. I'm just gonna have a look at your eyes. Okay, perfect, okay, can you look at me? Okay, tell me which fingers are moving. Okay, what about now? Or which hand is moving? Okay, what about now? Okay, and what about now? Okay, and what about now? Perfect, okay, what about now? Okay, now I want you to tell me if the fingers that are closer to you are moving or further away. So let's just say, for example, these are closer to you, so those are moving. So tell me if the ones that are closer to you are moving or the ones that are further away, okay? Let's get started. Okay, very good. Okay, perfect. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, that was both. Okay, I'm just gonna cover one eye. How many fingers am I holding up? How about now? How about now? Cover the eye. How many am I holding up? What about now? What about now? Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna have you look up for me, okay? And tell me what number am I tapping on right here? Okay, and what about now? What number am I tapping on here? What about now? What number? Okay, very good. Okay, and now I want you to tell me what color is this? Okay, what color is this? What about this? And what about this? What color is this? What color is this? And what about this? And what about this? What color is this? And this. Okay, and tell me if this little brush stops close to you or far away, okay? Okay, what about now? Okay, and what about now? And now? What about now? What about now? And now? Perfect. Okay, and what color is this again? And what color is this? Okay, we're gonna do just a couple more color tests. Okay, so tell me, what color is this? Perfect. What color is this? And what color is this? Good. What color is this? And what color is this? Okay, so we have 2 flashing lights. I want you to tell me if you see the blue one flashing lights or the orange one, okay? So let's get started. All right, and I want you to tell me how many times you see the blinking, okay? How many times was that? Okay, what about now? Good, what about now? That should have been 10 times. Was it 10 times? Okay, how about now? Okay, what about now? That was about 9. What about now? Okay, perfect. And what about now? 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 Okay, and what about now? That was supposed to be 16. Did you keep up with it? Okay, what about now? Okay, what about now? That should have been about 20. Okay, and now? Okay, what about now? Okay, and now? And now? Perfect. Okay, can you look through this little circle? Okay, tell me when the light passes through. Tell me when the light passes through. Did it pass through? Okay, what about now? Okay, pay close attention. Tell me when it passes through. Okay, and what about now? Okay, we're gonna do it further away. Tell me when the light passes through. Did it pass through there? What about now? Okay. What about now? What about now? Now? Okay. And what about now? Okay. All right. Now we're gonna count how many times it passes through within 10 seconds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. How many times did you see it pass through? Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how many times was that? What about now? What about now? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, how many times do you see it pass through there? Okay, what about now? All right, and now? Okay, and can you tell me what color you see in the circle? Okay, what color do you see in the circle? Okay, and one more. What color do you see in the circle? Okay, what color light do you see in the circle? Okay, what about now? What color light do you see in the circle? Good. What about now? What color light do you see in the circle? Perfect. Okay, tell me, what do you see in the circle? What do you see in the circle? One of Gary's eyes. Yep, that's exactly right. And we're just going to pierce your eyebrow. Okay, so the grand finale involves piercing your eyebrow and giving you a piercing. Okay, that looks amazing on you. Okay, well, thank you for watching.